we're in the age of mastery. I think I'm just going to start right away. We are in the age of mastery. The world is paying attention to people who know their stuff and who know their stuff well. The world is paying attention to people who can deliver results. I was listening to someone yesterday, and she was talking about feminism, and she was saying in the past, of course, men, it used to be a man's world, and that's because results was measured by masculinity, okay? And it was the men that were working back then. Women were not working as much. But right now, the world that we live in, the age that we're in, is not being measured by masculinity. It's being measured by people that can get results, okay? People that know more than the average person knows. And that's where personal branding comes in. If you are this kind of person, then this is your season to shine. Now, pay attention to my word, season. So it might not always be here. You may not always have the opportunity. So this is your season, my season and your season. So it is very important that we plant the seeds for the season so that we can reap a bountiful harvest when the seed comes of age, when the seed becomes a fruit and it's ripe for it to be plucked out. Anu has introduced me, so I'm not going to go into that. I think we've already lost 10, 15 minutes. So I have maybe 30 minutes left, including Q&A, right? So I'll just go right into what we have to share. And I hope you guys can really hear me clearly. I hope my accent, if you're a foreigner, I hope my accent is not going to worry you. All right, so I'm going to just do one housekeeping rule here. Please share your question. Okay, that's Anu talking to you guys. So can you guys hear me? Can they, oh, Anu, maybe you can talk to me. Oh yeah, Nene says we can hear you. All right, so let me get more feedback. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you can hear me. Good, awesome.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Oh, great.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Oh, incredible, good. All right, so I'm just gonna shoot then. So I want to talk to us today about how to commercialize, digitize, and systemize your knowledge, your wisdom, your expertise, your gift, your brilliance into an industry brand, okay? How you can commercialize, digitize, and systemize your brilliance, your wisdom, your knowledge, your expertise, your skill, your knowledge into an industry brand. Personal branding is not just a trendy word that is being thrown around. It's not a fancy word. It's not just a trend. It has become a must-have. It has become a necessity that you and I must have. So if you're one of those who you're not sure if you should be building your brand, today's the day that I'm going to make you very certain that you should be building your brand. Today, you become very sure that you should build it. How you're going to build it is going to be a different thing. But today, you're not going to be asking that question anymore. Oh, do I really need a brand? You don't just need a brand. You are already a brand. If you have a business, you're a brand. If you have a job and you deserve promotion, or you're hoping that you're going to get promoted, you are a brand. If you're interacting with people every single day and you're trying to sell them stuff, whether for money or for time or for attention or for anything, you are already a brand. If you have social media presence, you have any form of presence on the internet, you already have a brand, okay? Your brand is what people say about you when you are not there. Your brand is what people say about you when you are not there. That's where you hear people say your brand is your reputation. Your personal brand especially is your reputation. So you are your brand. When you speak, when you say something, when you dress, when you look a certain way, you are representing your brand. So whether you are reputable or not is another thing altogether. And hopefully we're going to go into that. So for those that are not sure what a brand is or what branding is or what personal branding is, those are three different words that mean three different things actually. A brand, branding, and personal branding, they mean three different things as they are three different words, all connected to each other anyway. So in a nutshell, what is a brand? A brand is a unique promise of value that customers have about your product. A brand is a unique promise of value. A brand is an experience. A brand is a feeling, a thought, a perception that customers have when they interact with a particular product. Personal branding, on the other hand, is a unique promise of value that customers have about an individual. Customers now could be even your bosses. Customers don't necessarily people that do business. It could be your bosses. So personal brand is about individuals like yourself and myself marketing our expertise, marketing our brilliance, marketing our work, marketing what we are good at as a product. So we are now the product. So a brand is a unique promise of value that people have about a product. A brand is the feeling, the experience, the thoughts, the perception people have about a product. A personal brand now is everything that I said, but it's now about a person. The person is now the product. So personal branding is about individuals like you and me marketing ourselves as products. As products. So when people interact with us, we leave them with a certain feeling. We leave them with a certain thought. We leave them with a certain perception. We leave them with a certain experience. When I'm done with you here, even right now, some of you already, I'm shaping your experience about myself. So I have to be intentional and authentic to be able to convey what I want to convey to you so that you can think about me in a certain way. Influence, which is also gotten from, is part of personal branding as well, is the key word here. How I can influence you, how I can shape your thoughts, your perception about my work and about me. So the business that you do, the company that you run as a CEO or as a startup, as a founder, as an employee or even an employer, right? Right. So the business that you do, you need to build your brand. You need to build a brand. You need to cultivate. I think I should use that word. You need to cultivate your brand so that you are able to influence people. You are able to shape the thoughts and perception that people have about you. So when you see people sharing content on social media, when you see people putting out content every single day, a brand is a name given to a product or service such that, okay, I didn't really see that. When you see people, yeah, Godwin, yeah, influence, you have to learn how to lead people. And for you to do that, you have to intentionally cultivate the brand of you or the brand called you, which is your personal brand. For years, we have all been building business brands and company brands for years, like forever. We've been building company brands. We've been building the business brand. We've been building brands with logos for a product. And we've never really built a brand for ourselves. Meanwhile, we are the ones that are causing the disruptions in the world. We are the ones that are working for the companies. So self-branding is a key into this world. And social media has made it so, what word should I use now? More important, so vital today. You cannot run away from it. Because when you talk to somebody about yourself, most of you are going to go check me out on the internet. The moment you heard Anu say something about, I heard her say, I'm the number one personal branding strategist or something. Most of you are going to quickly go to Google and check. And you're going to meet things that I have intentionally put out there. See, when you're building your personal brand, you do it intentionally. If you leave it to chance, you are going to be passing on, you may end up passing on the wrong information, the wrong vibe, and people are going to have a different feeling about you. So laying the foundation with the things that I've just said now about a personal brand, which is the reason why we're here today, you building a personal brand. Number one, I said, you are already a brand. You and myself, we're brands. Finish, end of story, like period. You are a brand, I'm a brand. You're not going to become a brand. You're already a brand. What you're going to be doing from today is to intentionally build your brand, is to intentionally cultivate the brand called you. That's what you're going to do moving forward. But whether you're a brand or not, you are a brand, like full stop. All right, you are a brand. Now, when yes, you are a brand, it's unique to individuals. Yes, you are a brand. You have your uniqueness, you have your personality, you have a voice, you have a message, you have your hunger, you have desires, you have things that you want to share with the world. You want to be able to spread your own brilliance and inject it into the world. Personal branding gives you that opportunity, that chance. And social media gives you the platform. And you can actually start tomorrow. Okay, it's almost 9 for me here. So that's what I'm saying tomorrow. It could be morning for you. And so you can start like in the 9th today. You can start building your brand. You can start cultivating intentionally. And one of the ways to do this is for you to begin to demonstrate your expertise, begin to demonstrate the depth of your knowledge, begin to showcase, begin to display, begin to put yourself out there one day at a time, one post at a time, one piece of content at a time, so that you can get people to notice you. You can get people to pay attention to you, because you need people to notice you. If people don't notice you, how are they going to know you? How are they going to trust you? How are they going to give you their money? How are they going to give you that raise? So when we're talking about you commercializing your brand, we're talking about you going out there with your brand, going mainstream, getting out there on social media to start to let people know that you are the new kid on the block and you are good at what you do. You're not going to rub it in their face like, I'm good at what I do, I'm good at what I do. No, you're going to do this by displaying, by showcasing, maybe that's a better word, by showcasing your expertise, by showcasing the depth of your knowledge. And the way to do this is through content creation. You do this through content creation. And so if you're asking me what is content, I'm sure everybody here knows what content is, right? When it comes to media, any piece of information that is put out there for your consumers or for your customers or for your audience, all right, or for the mass media consumers, that's content. So when you watch the TV, what they have there is content. When you see someone's video on social media, that's a piece of content. When you listen to a podcast, that's someone's piece of content, or that's a piece of content. Okay, so content is also a vital tool when it comes to you building your brand. So once you're ready and you want to start commercializing your brand, what you want to do is to launch your platform. So for you and I, the starting place for you to launch a platform would be social media. It is free. It is right there with you. It's on your mobile phone. Just push one button here, left, right, center, and then you can begin to show yourself every single day one piece of content. Don't think of yourself as a content creator when you're creating creating content. Think of yourself as a media company. Think of yourself as ESPN, the sports channel. Think of yourself as a media company. Media is content is what people are consuming every single day. Social media is a media company or a media channel or a media platform. And so you have social media right now. So you have to think of yourself not as a content creator for Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, but as a media channel, as a media company. That kind of will shift your mindset, so that you can embrace your brilliance and you can shamelessly put it out there. So like I was saying, once you want to start building your brand and you're very certain that you want to start building your brand, of course, the first thing you want to do is to know your expert topic. That's the very first step. I shared this on Instagram this morning when I went live. Is to know your expert topic. What would you want to share? What subject would you want to talk about? Better still, what subject can you talk about with so much passion, with so much power, with so much brilliance? What would that be? For me, it would be personal branding and anything around personal branding, creating online courses, putting ebooks together, creating lead magnets or lead generating strategies. That's marketing, personal development. It would be anything around that. Public speaking, presentation skills. That would be me. So what topic or what subject or what area of interest can you powerfully, enthusiastically, brilliantly, and result-drivenly, if I should use that word, okay? Can you talk about? Can you stay around? Can you carry confidently? For Anu, it will be talking about the agile concept. For you, it could be weight loss. It could be presentation. It could be parenting. It could be dating. Okay, it could be interior. So you really want to nail your expert topic and zone into that and go hammering on it every single day by helping people. We live in a value-driven world. We live in a value-driven. If you're not bringing value first, people are likely not going to pay attention. If you're trying to sell them stuff, they already know 1,000 places where they can get it. So when you bring value, it helps the customer to calm down. It helps the person who you want to sell to, whether it's a physical product, whether it's a digital product, whether it's your services, whether it's your boss and you're trying to get him to promote you. You must bring value to the table first. That's the world that we live in today. It's value first. And when it's done properly, it leads to the sale. So the first thing you want to do to commercialize, digitize, and systemize is to nail your expert topic. And the second thing you want to do is to build your brand, is to get your branding right. Okay, so we're talking about you, your messaging, we're talking about your colors, we're talking about your fonts. You know, when you're building the same thing you would do with a corporate brand. You see, Apple doesn't just show up anyhow. Virgin doesn't just show up anyhow. They show up in style. They show up in style and they are consistent over time. That's the power of a brand. They're consistent, and because of that consistency, over time, people trust them. Even they trust them even without thinking twice.
You want to start putting your...
Yes, Posola, you have to make deliberate efforts. Deliberate. When you're building a brand, you have to be deliberate. You have to be intentional. You have to do it every single day. You show up the way you want to be addressed. You show up the way you want to be addressed, because every time you show up, you're either appealing to your customers or you are repelling them. You're either appealing to them or repelling them. You're either appealing to them, you're either gaining their trust or you're losing it. And when you gain trust, you can get people to give you their money to buy whatever you're selling. Even before you say Jack, people are already like, I want to buy. Emily, you're selling a book, right? I want to buy. They don't even need to know the title of the book. They buy first, then they go home and say, oh, I don't really need this book. Well, it was Emily that was selling it. That's why I bought it. That's the power of your personal brand. If Oprah Winfrey comes here today and just begins to sell anything, we're all going to buy because it's Oprah Winfrey. Not because it's Oprah per se, but because it's the Oprah Winfrey brand. She has such a strong brand that even if somebody else was selling something for Oprah, we will buy. Even if it's not Oprah that is selling it. As long as somebody's selling and they mention Oprah, whether it's your name, I prefer to use names like your name, my name, okay? So that even when we are no longer here, our names can open doors for our children and their children and their children and even the world at large. That's how powerful personal branding is. That's how powerful it is. So number one, like I said, know your expert topic, okay? Know exactly what you want to talk about. Know exactly what you are good at, what you can deliver on powerfully, brilliantly, and in a way that you can help people get results, because it's about you getting results for people. People will pay if you can solve their problem. People would pay if you can eliminate their pain. Okay, so that's the first. The second thing is your branding. How do you want to look? It's very important. How do you want to look? How do you want to show up? You want to show up as a funny person? Would your audience accept that? If the answer is yes, maybe you're into comedy or something, that's great. How do you want to show up? You want to show up as in a formal way or informal? You want to put a lot of humor around you, or you want to be serious? You want to sound like an intellectual. It's all about, it's about that, but it's not so much about that than it is about the people on the other side, because your brand is not for you per se. Your brand is for people. It's for your customers, for your audience, your tribe. It's not about you per se. Okay, it's about you, but it's about them. It's you, but about them, because your personal brand is your strategy to getting everything done effectively. Your personal brand is your strategy to get the sale. Your personal brand is your strategy to get the attention. Your personal brand is your strategy to get the opportunities. It's your strategy. It's your number one asset. That's why it's more important now than ever to build the brand called you. All right, so back again, number one, know your expert topic. And just let me know how many minutes I have so that I don't keep going. All right, so number one is to nail your expert topic, okay? And then number two is for you to put your brand together. All right, make your branding count, make it good. You don't just show up anyhow. You have to show up in a professional way. That's what your personal brand is about as well. You packaging yourself as a professional. Please write that down. You packaging yourself as a professional, as a professional. So what are you a pro at? I'm a professional here when it comes to public speaking. I charge professional fees to speak. There was a time when I was playing. There was a time when, but not anymore. Now I'm a professional. Field or my area of expertise. I have a company that is in charge and manages me as a public speaker. So I've packaged and I continue to package and refine. Thanks, Nene. I continue. Nene, do I know you? Or do you know me? All right, cool. All right, so who's laughing? I heard somebody laugh.
That was Nene.
Are we here? Are we still here? Am I too fast?
Yes.
Am I just into myself? Oh, it was Nene. Okay. Okay. Anu, do I go on?
Yes, go on. We still have like around 15 more minutes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Including Q&A?
Including Q&A, yes.
Oh, so I should be wrapping up in 5 minutes then?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. I'll try. So your branding, you get your branding right. Even your logo, your personal brand needs a logo. So you see Emily Wale-Koya, I have my Emily Wale-Koya logo. So the same thing you have been doing for a company brand or with your company brand or a business brand or a product brand, you just reverse it and begin to do it for yourself. See, think about Oprah Winfrey, think about Beyonce, think about Kim Kardashian, think about Warren Buffett. I learned this week, I think that the pronunciation of that name is not Buffett. I think I was watching a movie and somebody corrected someone who said Buffett. And I think it was Mark Wahlberg. He was correcting someone. So I'm like, okay, I told my husband, babe, is that so this buffet? Or they're just joking in this movie, right? So Warren Buffett, I hope I'm correct. So these guys are they've all built their personal brand and they're still doing it. All right. One of the biggest personal brand in the world right now. He's getting all the attention, and I'm like, I'm gonna do what this guy is doing. I'm gonna beat him to this game. After all, he's older than I am. I should have more strength. That's Gary V. He's doing an exceptional job. Oh, Nene. Oh, yeah. Hi, Nene. Oh, yeah, of course. Interesting. Nice to have you here. You know Anu? Or what happened? Did you see the post on my own feed and you came?
Yes, we know each other.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. All right, that's good. So these guys have all built, Gary V, Michael, he's an incredible, exceptional brand, right? Personal brand. He's just incredible. Now, let me tell you something about Gary V. Gary V, I hear, charges $25,000 to speak for an hour. The last time I checked. So he may be doing more. The last time that I checked. So if you go on Instagram to my Instagram bio, you would see something there. I said I'm the highest sought after speaker in the world. And I put asterisks by the side. I said, believe the hype, because I'm not that person yet. But this is what I have in my head. This is what I have in my heart. And this is what I've said before me that I'm going to pursue to make it happen before I'm a particular age. I've given myself 5 years from now because I've been doing this for 5 years as well, personal branding. So when I add 5 years to that, that's going to be 10 years. And experts say, it's going to take about 10 years for you to be known as the world class or go-to expert in your field. So I'm in line. So 5 years. You see, I hear for the 5K. I mean, Beyonce, what she charges, or Kim Kardashian, what they charge to influence is incredible. Now, when you hear figures like that, you shouldn't be thinking you can do it overnight, because it's not going to happen overnight. Nobody has built a brand overnight. A trusted brand, a solid brand, a brand that has been through thick and thin. A brand that nobody can do that overnight. Nobody does that overnight. It takes time and effort and investment of different things to make it happen. But the first thing you want to do is to have brand clarity, so that you are sure this is exactly what I want to be doing with my life for the next 5 to 10 years. This is what I'm passionate about. This is how I want to get my voice out there. This is how I want to inject my own brilliance into the world. And so you go at it every single day. 1 year, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. And your life totally becomes unrecognizably good. Good. I mean, people are inviting you to speak here, to speak. When it comes to an industry event, it's you. When it comes to an industry event, it's you. When there's an opportunity globally, it's you. So these are ways that you can actually start to commercialize. I have very few minutes left, so I have to just run through Digitize and Systemize. But these are ways that you can actually start to commercialize. Number one, know your expert topic. Number two, you have to get your branding right, because you're going to be showing up on social media. And for you to show up on social media, you have to show up powerfully, and you have to appeal to whoever is going to be visiting your page. Okay. And then number three, you want to start to build your platform on social media. And to do that, you have to start using content. Content is like currency on social media. Videos, audios, text, quotes, those are all types of content. And so you want to find out which one can you communicate with the best. Would it be audio? Would it be video? For me, videos. I like to show up. I mean, I didn't think I could do it, because I grew up very shy and timid, even into adulthood. I learned, let me see, a few years ago that I could do this, that I could show up, and I could show up at so powerfully. And people could really pay attention to me and say, "Whoa, who's this?" And they could give me their money. I didn't know I could do all of that. It's about wanting something so badly, and then doing it even the smallest way possible, and then saying that, okay, this is not bad. This wasn't that bad. I did okay. And then you continue. So you want to start building your platform, and that's going to help you to at least bring your brand into the marketplace, bring your brand into the world, launch your brand into the world, so that people can notice you. When you build your personal brand, there are benefits. We call it brands with benefits. There are benefits. And so once you have all of that, you have your audience. Let's say you have your email list running yourself. Maybe you have a blog. Blogs work. I have clients and students who are using blogs, so they still work. So once you have all of that, the next thing you want to do is to digitize. Okay, digitizing, yeah, one of the ways is to put your brand on social media. Okay, and another thing is for you to actually now begin to think about how you can scale your brand with online courses. This is where you begin to make money from what you know. So you want to create an online course that can serve people, so that you don't have to stress to redo a particular thing. If you're a coach, for example, or you want to get into the coaching business, if you're going to coach somebody, you're coaching A on XYZ, you're coaching B on XYZ, you're coaching C on XYZ, you're coaching A, B, C, D, E, F on the same thing, and you do it at different times. That's a lot of time that you're wasting, or you're spending. Maybe not wasting, you're spending. So you don't want to do that. That's where an online course comes in so powerfully, because you can create it and all your A, B, C, D clients can access it at any time. If your course is evergreen, at any time. So to digitize, you probably want to think about how you can create an online course, how you can start a membership, for example, and give people access every single month, they pay token. These are all ways that you can commercialize, and these are ways that you can actually digitize. You can put an ebook together. I mean, I know you guys have heard this over and over, but there's a big difference here. When you put an ebook, because I know people that have put ebooks together and they're selling it for, let's say, 5,000 Naira, or let's say $14 and $19, and they didn't make the thousands of dollars that they thought and hoped they could make, because they heard ABC person say they made money or millions with ebooks. Why? Because there are times and there are seasons for everything. There was a time when ebooks were the rave of the moment, and people made a kill there. I also made a kill there. Oh yes, I did. But right now, it's not that rave of the moment as it used to be. So you have to do something extra to get people to pay attention or buy your book. And this is where we talk about you bundling your ebook up. So you can create a bundle. Instead of selling one ebook for $14, now you can sell it for $27, $37, even $97. That's because you're going to sell it in a bundle or as a bundle. A bundle means you have your ebook and you have some other related products inside the book. So you can have your ebook. This is a strategy somebody should use if this is speaking to you. So you can have your ebook, you can have a mini online course, okay? You can have a worksheet for the course. That's 3 products in one. You can have a checklist. That's 4 products in one. You can have an audio course. That's 5 products in one. And you can sell all of that for $37, for $67, for $97. So people are going to pay more attention to it and take it seriously because there's an online course that people take online courses seriously. They know it's a big deal. But an ebook, people are expecting that you should give it to them for free. So, but here's something else. When you have a strong brand, if Oprah Winfrey releases an ebook now and she says it's $100, we're all going to buy because of her brand. So there are dynamics to this thing. There are dynamics to this thing. Something somebody struggles to sell, you probably could sell it because you have a brand. I could sell an ebook because I have a brand. And when I say I have a brand, what that means is people know me, people like me, people trust me. I have a track record. People have seen my videos, they've watched me, they've interacted with my brand. So they know, okay, Emily's good at what she does. She will deliver, so I'm going to buy. That's why you must build your brand. You can't continue to be an industry best kept secret. Nope, not anymore, not after today. You're so good at what you do, you're only known in your company. You're only known in that space. Just that your room. No. The world needs your brilliance. You need to understand that. The world needs your brilliance. Entrepreneurship is the future, and your personal brand is the future of entrepreneurship. Your personal brand. The world needs you. Individuals are the ones that are going to change the world. And these individuals are entrepreneurs. So you cannot be hiding. You can't be hiding. Don't think about it or look at it from the perspective of what I just shared and how I shared it. You are the one that's going to change the world. You and I. We're the future. People are buying from people more than they have ever bought from people before. In the history of humankind, people prefer to buy from me, from a person, than they would buy from a company. People are learning from individuals like themselves. I have my school of personal branding. How did I come about that? How did I get 300 students to be part of my school? How am I charging $2,000 to get people into my school? How am I working with clients one-on-one who pay me $10,000 to work with them? How am I doing that? I told my husband recently that I'm extending my one-on-one coaching program, and I'm going to include something that is for $50,000. He said, "Girl, what's up? What's that one going to do for people?" And I tried to explain to him what it's going to do. But before I do it, I need to do it for myself, be on the cover of international magazines, because that's part of what I'm going to be doing. People that can pay me $50,000, these are going to be CEOs. These are going to be people that understand that they don't have the time, so they want Emily to do it for them. So I'm going to ghostwrite their booking for that particular service. So, but before I begin to tell them that, I want to show it. So I'm working on my book. I've written plenty ebooks. So, but I don't have any print book, any hard copy. So that's what I'm working on. I'm going to release it soon. And it's going to be a bestseller. I'm trying to get a team that's going to help me make sure it's a New York Times bestseller. I have no idea how that's going to happen. So if you're here and you can help me, please, please. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So these I'm going to just round up now. Yeah, I'm going to round up. I don't think I touched so much on, yes, I can, and I will. Yes, I will. I see people that are doing it, and I admire what they're doing, and it just gives me a sign that, oh, Emily, you can do this. These people don't have 2 heads. They don't have 2 heads. Nobody has 2 heads. Nobody was born with 2 heads ever. Someone talking to me? I know you're talking to me.
No, I'm going to mute Nonso.
Oh, he's disturbing us.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So these are the things that exist now. These are the seasons, or this is the season that we are in, right? There was a time when only professors could write books. Please pay attention. There was a time when only professors could write books. Only very serious people with intellectual strength and capacity could write books. Serious professors. But guess what? It's changed. It's changed. My professors can read my book, and I'm not a professor. I'm a professor on my own anyway. My professors can read my book. They can read, because my book is relevant for this time and this season. My online course is relevant for this time and this, and my professors need it now. I needed them before, but now they need me. So you and I could do the same thing. You and I could stand and we could speak to an audience and get the applause and the pay that we deserve and that we want. Yeah? And that we want. This is the season for it. It has never been this good. Corona left, right, center, pandemic left, right, center. But guess what? People are killing it. People are doing massive things. People are waking up even in this pandemic, and they're changing. They're injecting the world with their brilliance. So this is the time for you and I to do the same thing. And the way to do it is to begin to cultivate your own brand. Get seen, get heard, and then you're going to get paid. There's something I need to share before I ask for questions. Well, I'm just going to do that. I'm not sure. Systemizing your brand. This is the part that a lot of people fail flat on, because a lot of people, all they go do on social media is to post content from morning to night. They use all the Instagram features, they use all the LinkedIn this, they use all the Facebook that, they use all the Snapchat, all the TikTok, everything. But guess what? They are burned out, they are stressed, they're not profitable. They're not building a profitable brand because they do not have effective systems in place. They don't have systems that help them attract customers. They don't have systems that help them create brand awareness. They don't have systems that help them sell. They don't have systems that help them onboard new clients. They don't have systems that help them follow up with clients. They don't have any of that. Nothing. They don't have websites. They don't have funnels. They don't have email lists. They don't have any of that. This is where most people fail flat. So if this is you, you need to work on it so that you can build a brand and a business around your brand. For you to build a brand, it's not just for you to build a brand and be seen and heard. It's for you to be seen, heard, and paid. The paying part is where you're going to build a business around. And for you to build a business that pays you, I'm talking about really pay you. I don't know how much you can dream, but I want to dare you to dream. I want to dare you to dream. I don't even know how much the highest speaker earns in the world, but I want that. I want to get there. That's my dream. Because if you don't put something that is audacious, if you don't put something that is way bigger than yourself in front of you, that gets you to wake up every single day, you wake up, the moment your feet hits the floor, you are like, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to change. The world is going to notice me, and not just notice, but pay attention to me. The world is going to stop right in this track when they hear my voice. I want it so badly. I don't know if this is you too, but I hope it is, because there's no need breathing this air if this is not what we are yearning for. We can't continue to be mediocres. You can't continue to run away from social media because you're 40 or you're 50 or something that didn't come in your time. It didn't come in. I met social media. No, social media met me here. I didn't meet it here. I wasn't born into social media. It met me here. Most of us that are in our 30s and 40s, social media met us here. So we have to learn it. We have to learn to shoot videos. We have to learn to create content. We have to fall in love with the process. I still like typewriter. Oh my God. Godwin, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I did not see that. Okay. Right. So we have to passionately. Godwin is old school. He's so old school. Damn. He's so old school. All right. So we have to embrace this. We have to fall in love. I'm not saying it's all going to be glorious, but you have to give it a chance, and you have to take your shot and make sure you are shooting that shot powerfully. not lame shots now. You're shooting, you're giving it your very best. If you give it your very best, I bet you're going to win. You're going to get the kind of results that will shock you and shock the system. So I want this for you. So you're going to start commercializing. You're going to put your brand out there. You're not putting yourself out there per se. You're putting your brand. Your brand is you. Your brand is you. Your brand is you. There's something that you're genius at. There's something that you're genius at. So I want you to give it your best shot. Videos are one of the greatest, most effective content type of formats to use out there on social media. Videos. That's why Gary Vee is all over the place. He has videos upon videos upon videos upon videos. Every single day he posts a video. That's crazy marketing right there. So you have no choice but to notice him. Guess what? He's now so good at what he does. So it's not just about the videos now. It's not just about your marketing. It's about you. There's a book by that title. You should check it out. So good, they can't ignore you. So marketing is good, but marketing is not going to fix a broken product. Marketing won't fix a broken product. So you want to be so good. And that's the reason why you have to nail your expert topic. You have to zone into your area of strength. You have to zone into your area of strength. For me, speaking is one of my biggest area of strength. Thank you, Mojola. Thank you so much. I didn't come prepared, really. If I came prepared, I would have blown the roofs off. All right, so this is actually me being so vain. But usually the way when I talk to my audience or my tribe, this is what I tell them. I say everything that I share and the way that I share it and the way that I boast in quotes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it so that you get inspired to go do the same thing. You have your genius. And that's the truth. Oh, yes. God didn't cheat anyone when he was creating us. You have your genius. You have your genius. And I want you to draw it out. I want you to unleash it. The world needs it. The world needs it. People are waiting on you. So your brand, to put it out there, whatever your gifts are, whatever your expertise, it's okay, Giwa, it's fine, it's okay. Whatever your expertise is, this is the time. And remember, I said it is beyond personal branding. Starting out on social media is fantastic. It is good. It is where everyone that I know right now, including my students, is where they have started out. But you have to put a system in place that allows you to build a real business, a real business. A real business. You have to put a system that allows you to attract customers. You have to put in, yes, you have to put in a system. I'm sending you guys stuff. I couldn't read everything. You have to put in a system that allows you to create a real business. If you give yourself 6 months from now, I bet you, I really do bet you, you're going to be so proud of yourself. Let's imagine, let me paint a picture for you now. Imagine that there's an industry event on ABC in your field. All right. So I'm sure this is where like a family, right? I'm part of the family now. So I know Giwa, I know Mojola, I know Godwin and the like typewriters. Yeah, so I know a few people now. All right. So let me paint a picture for you. Do we have experts in the house? I know. Should I round up now? Should I stop like in 1 minute? I know. Yes. All right.
But
cool.
After you've painted the picture, so let's
okay. Yes, I was gonna do that. Even if you said I should stop, I wouldn't have stopped. I would have painted my picture by fire by force. All right. So let me paint a picture. What do we have experts here? Do we have experts? Let me ask anyway. Do we have experts here? And just in case you're not sure you're an expert, you can let me know. Do we have experts? Do we have experts? Yes, I know, of course, you are an expert. Do we have experts here? In anything. Expert in whatever you do. Expert in your expertise, or expert around what you do.
I'm an expert.
So I'm an expert. personal branding expert. You're an expert what? You can
Mom.
type. You can type. You can type.